Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now, I've been looking forward to making this video for ages. One of my bands of the years in this video, found out about them through the channel. I think they're just one of the heaviest, most brutal death bands that are out there. I haven't heard any other bands kind of top this brutality of this band. I just think they kick it 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Everything's just brutal. I've checked out their EP a bunch of times this year. Every time I just want to get absolutely slammed, I check out this band because I think they're absolutely dope. And I've been spreading them around to my mates and stuff like that as well. This is Phosgene. We've had them on the show a few times. Absolutely solid, just heavy as you like band. This track's called Raison de la Violencia. We're going to check them out. Get ready to have your socks blown off. Yeah, vocalist is so deep, but still with a real power. Yeah. Just dope. Vocals. So friggin' fat. Super wide as it'll go on the stereo, as loud as it'll go as well. It's just crazy. Technical. Yeah. Yeah. These guys are just relentless. Man. This band's 10 out of 10 in my opinion. These guys are one of my top finds from checking bands out on this channel since March. I'm going to put them in my top 5 bands of the year that I've found out through this channel. I just think they're absolutely 10 out of 10, dope as you can get in every kind of way. They're as brutal as you can possibly get. They're as loud as you can get. They're as punchy as you can get. They're as wide as you can get on the stereo. The vocals are the deepest, nastiest gutturals that you can imagine. I don't know anyone who goes lower than that and has still got a power and still got a real kind of forcefulness to the guttural. He's doing that from the absolute pits of his stomach. Dope. The guitar riffs are dope. The guitar tone is dope. It's super thick. It's got a modernness to it. It's got a clarity to it, even though they use like 8-string guitars that are super low tuned. You can still hear all that bauminess in the low end, and it comes through nicely. You can hear the bass in the mix, and it's got a fat tone. It just makes the mix even heavier. The drums kick out the mix, but you can hear every last bit of clarity in the cymbals and the tings on the rides and all the wash of the crash and everything else. Whoever does their mix is killing it. Because not only are these guys dope with their riffs and their energy and just the relentless pace of their music, but whoever's done their mix has just brought everything out perfectly. You can hear every section of the band perfectly, and it's loud as it'll go. They've pushed it through the limiter as most as it'll go, but it's still got a clarity to it. It hasn't lost its kind of you know, that clarity and edge to it, where it just doesn't sound like a big distorted mess that's been pushed too hard. It still sounds like a nice balanced mix. It's just loud as hell and just brutal as hell. These guys are 10 out of 10 in my book. I think they're an absolutely dope band. Sick. Really, really cool. Now this next band, I think these guys are also out of Colombia as well. I'm not sure if Phosgene are out of Colombia, but they're South American anyway. And this is another brutal Colombia South American band. These guys are heavy as well. We haven't checked these guys out before, but I just knew from a couple of seconds of listening to the video, they're straight up the kind of same alley as Phosgene. So these might be another band that we're absolutely loving. This is Abysmal Domination. So let's check them out. School sound in the mix. Not quite as loud and prominent as our Phosgene guys, but no one is. No one's that loud. These guys are nice and loud, nice and thick. A bit more darkness on the guitar tone. of a classic edge to these guys, but still heavy as hell. Super fan. Don't drum it. Drums sound great. There's some cool riffs in this band. Nice layered up vocals with these guys. I would have liked to have maybe seen just a little bit more volume on the vocal in that one. It was a bit buried in the mix, which is cool. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. But, you know, just to add a bit more kind of power to the music in the vocal, I think just a bit more volume on there would have just brought those vocals out a bit more, because they were super heavy and layered up and just crazy deep gutturals again. But more of a classic edge to these guys, riffy edge and things like that. Not with that super modern guitar tone like we saw in our Phosgene fellas, but I loved it for that as well. Had a nice old schooly tone to the guitars, a bit more darker, kind of that, you know, darker PV tone, I think it might have been. So yeah, sounded great, but it still had a nice loud chunky mix. You could hear all the the drums, and the cymbals tinging away. They all cut through nicely, even though it was really quite a thick mix. So yeah, very, very nice. I'm enjoying the bands today. I've been looking forward to this video, and rightly so. Now, this last band is called Caesarean. Their track is called Carte Blanche. This is on the Slam Worldwide channel. I think the Phosgene track was on there as well. Very good channel. If you like super heavy slamming music, deathcore, all of that good stuff, check out Slam Worldwide if you don't know about them already. But let's check out these guys, finish off the day. Super heavy day.
Do as we say, think as we do.
Yeah.
Question nothing, we'll burn off you over. We want to lead you to the end of your days. Your life for nothing, but you die as a slave.
Yeah, no, these guys are loud. Got that more modern guitar tone as well.
Nothing will not be mine. Blizzard to the pound.
Oh yeah.
Wasting your life away and see what you fucking do.
Dope. Yeah, some nice energy changes. Obviously found every video clip of cats fighting. Yeah, nice bounce to these guys. Yeah, these guys have got a great sound. Super fat, super wide, got a clarity to it, punches you in the ears. Great guitar tone, fat drums. Yeah. Dope. Love that one. Well, there you go. That's 3 for 3. Super dope. Super heavy. Super brutal. Bashing your ears about. Giving you tinnitus kind of bands. And that's what I was looking forward to all day. You know, as soon as I pulled these guys out of the queue last week, because I kind of sort my vids out a week in advance, I was like, oh, this is going to be a great day coming up. Not only because we got one of my favorite bands of the year, which is Phosgene. When I checked out those other Colombian guys, I was like, yeah, they're heavy as hell as well. And then a bit of Caesarean let me know. You know, you only have to listen to 2 seconds of that track and you're like, these guys are heavy as well. So I was like, this is going to be a dope day. It was a dope day. I've enjoyed all these bands. I was going to enjoy Phosgene, obviously, but the other 2 bands as well, I thought would just kick ass as well. More classic, brutal, heavy death metal. And then these last guys, you know, kind of more modern again, got those modern tones, a bit of kind of deathcore in there as well, and breakdown and beatdown. But some nice mix-ups and energy parts as well. Technicalness on the drums. Sick. Loved it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed these bands. If you haven't enjoyed these bands, you're in the wrong place, because these are the great bands that have been on the channel for sure. Unless you just like punk or rock or something. But anyway, if you like it nice and heavy, these are the guys to check out. Super dope. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. See you around, guys. Bye.